Please stay with me until the very end of this video. What I'm about to share could help you recognize the quiet signs in yourself or in someone you love that the body is preparing to say goodbye. It's not meant to scare you, it's meant to prepare you. Because when the end of life draws near, the body whispers before it ever shouts. So please like this video if you care for someone elderly, and comment below with a heart if you're watching this for someone you love. Let's talk about the signs that many doctors know, but most women ignore until it's too late. 1. Withdrawal from the world. When the end of life draws near, something subtle starts to happen. So subtle, many miss it entirely. A woman who once lit up when the phone rang now lets it buzz unanswered. The doorbell goes off, and she sighs not out of annoyance, but out of quiet exhaustion. She may not even realize she's pulling away. She's simply tired of small talk, tired of pretending she has the energy to keep up. It's not sadness. It's not depression. It's a kind of inner turning inward, like a flower that once bloomed wide under the sun, now gently curling back into itself. You'll see it in the way she turns down lunch dates with friends, in how she cancels long-standing appointments. The knitting projects sit unfinished. The puzzles remain incomplete. She stops watching her favorite shows and instead prefers silence. That silence isn't empty, it's sacred. The world outside begins to feel less relevant, not because she doesn't love it, but because her spirit is starting to shift its focus elsewhere. This kind of retreat is not giving up. It's preparing. She's simplifying her world, conserving energy for something bigger, her final journey. And if you're close to her, you might feel like she's slipping away emotionally and mentally before she ever leaves physically. That's not your imagination. It's a natural, protective rhythm of the soul. So when she turns inward, let her. Don't force her back into the noise. Sit beside her. Hold her hand. Let her be quiet. Sometimes the greatest love is presence without pressure. 2. Decreased appetite and weight loss. Once upon a time, she made big family dinners. Stews that simmered all day. Desserts that made the house smell like heaven. But now, she barely touches her tea. Half a piece of toast is too much. Even her favorite soup, homemade and warm, goes cold on the table. This isn't stubbornness. This isn't a phase. It's the body slowly turning inward. The digestive system begins to slow down, and the body, brilliant in its wisdom, starts focusing on only the essential tasks. Food becomes non-essential. Doctors will tell you this is part of the dying process. But what they don't always explain is how emotional this can be for everyone involved. You want her to eat. You want her to get stronger. And she knows that. But the truth is, she's not hungry anymore because her body is preparing to run on spiritual fuel, not physical. Weight loss can be rapid, and it can be scary. Clothes start hanging loosely. The once rosy cheeks begin to fade. But again, this is not her giving up. It's nature's way of preparing the body for release. It's gentle, even if it doesn't look that way. Instead of begging her to eat, shift your focus. Offer sips of water, iced chips, or simply be there. Feeding her love in the form of quiet companionship may be the most nourishing thing of all. 3. Changes in breathing patterns. This one is particularly hard to witness. A woman who once breathed steadily while humming through her day may now seem different. Her chest rises and falls in strange rhythms. Shallow, rapid breaths, then suddenly long pauses, then a deep sigh that feels final, only for her to begin breathing again. It's frightening if you don't understand it, but it's actually quite natural. It's called Cheyne-Stokes respiration, and it's one of the clearest signs that the end may be near. It happens when the brain's signals to breathe begin to falter, not from pain, but from the body slowly releasing its grip on life. What's so important to know is this. It may look uncomfortable, but it isn't necessarily painful. In fact, many people describe this phase as peaceful once they understand it. The body knows what it's doing. It's a transition, not a malfunction. Still, it's hard. For loved ones, hearing those pauses can be agonizing. You may find yourself holding your own breath, counting seconds, wondering if this is it. But when she exhales again, you're reminded, not yet, not today. In those moments, speak softly, play calming music, light a candle, create a peaceful space. The breath may be unpredictable, but your presence can be her anchor. 4. Confusion and restlessness. This is the one that can hurt the heart most. A woman who once knew every birthday, every face, and every story may suddenly seem lost. She might look around the room and ask where she is. She might call you by the wrong name or speak to people who aren't there. It's confusing and sometimes scary for everyone, but it helps to remember she's not broken. She's crossing between two worlds. You see, when the brain begins to shut down, it sometimes opens doors to memories, to places long forgotten, to people who've already passed. She might speak to her mother. She might ask for her husband, who died years ago. This isn't madness. It's a reunion in progress. Restlessness can also appear. She may insist she needs to go somewhere. Home, she might say, and she means it, but not the home with bricks and a front door. The other kind of home, the one we all eventually return to. At times, she may try to get out of bed or remove her blanket, even if she's too weak to move. It's like her spirit is getting ready to move on, even if her body is not quite ready yet. Don't argue with her. Don't try to ground her in your reality. Step into hers. If she says she sees someone in the corner, smile and ask, "What are they saying?" If she asks to go home, say, "Soon. We'll go together when the time is right." It's not about correcting, it's about connecting. Let her drift if she needs to. Be her lighthouse. 5. Coolness in the hands and feet. You'll feel it first when you touch her hand, maybe while adjusting her blanket or holding her fingers in yours. There's a chill, not just from the room, but from somewhere deeper. Her feet, once warm beneath cozy socks, now feel cool even under heavy covers. This isn't something to fear, though I know how strange it can feel. The body, in its infinite wisdom, begins directing its resources to where they matter most: the heart, the lungs, the brain. It no longer prioritizes warming the extremities because its focus has shifted inward toward survival and soon surrender. You might notice her skin turning pale or even bluish in the fingers and toes. This is called mottling, and it's one of the clearest physical signs that the end may be near. It's not painful. It's not shocking to her, but to us, to those watching, it can feel like an undeniable message. The journey is nearing its close. I remember with my own sister, I rubbed her hands gently with warm cloths, not because I thought it would change anything, but because it was something I could still do. A final act of care. A simple expression of love in a time when words felt heavy. If you're noticing this in someone you love, don't rush to warm them with heating pads or fuss too much with layers. Instead, warm them with presence, with your voice, with the kind of comfort that goes beyond temperature, the kind that says, "I'm here, you're not alone." 6. A sudden burst of energy. This one is so deceptive and so misunderstood. It's what doctors call a surge or a rally. A woman who has been sleepy for days might suddenly wake up with a clear voice and bright eyes. She might ask for her favorite tea, crack a joke, or even say, "I feel so much better today." And you believe her? Of course you do. Because we want to. We want it to mean she's healing, that she's turned a corner, that all those prayers have been answered. But here's the bittersweet truth. This burst of energy often comes just before the end. It's a final flicker, like the flame of a candle right before it goes out. It's the body's last celebration, one last gift to you. so you'll remember her not in weakness, but in a moment of strength. And it's beautiful. It's sacred. Don't waste that moment. Sit down beside her. Laugh with her. Tell her the things you've been holding in your heart. Don't hold back, because sometimes that burst only lasts hours or minutes. And when the tiredness returns, when she sinks back into the silence, don't be angry or afraid. Be grateful. You were given a moment, and moments like those are priceless. 7. Changes in skin color and tone. There's something haunting about the skin in those final days. A woman whose face once glowed with color begins to look faded. Her cheeks lose their rosiness. Her skin might turn pale, almost waxy. In some cases, you'll see patchy areas of purple or blue, especially on the legs and arms. This is called mottling, a word most people don't know until they see it for themselves. It's caused by blood circulation slowing down and pooling in the limbs. It's not painful, and she likely doesn't even notice it, but you will. It's one of those signs that's hard to ignore. I'll never forget the day I saw it in my aunt's hands. I held them gently and ran my thumb across the cool skin, memorizing every line, because in that moment, I knew she wouldn't be with us much longer. It doesn't mean she's suffering. It doesn't mean she's in pain. It simply means her body is finishing its work. Like a tree whose leaves have fallen, she is preparing for stillness. And the change in color is the body's quiet way of saying, it's almost time. So if you notice these changes, don't panic. Don't scramble to reverse them. Sit beside her. Tell her how beautiful she still is, because she is. In that moment, she's glowing in a different way, a way the body expresses when it's nearing peace. 8. A profound stillness. There comes a point, often suddenly, when everything becomes still. The kind of stillness that doesn't feel like sleep. It feels sacred, sacred and final. She may lie with her eyes half open, unblinking, or completely closed, unmoving. Her breathing becomes faint, almost imperceptible. The room feels quieter than usual, even if it's not. And something in your chest knows, this is it. This is her last stretch of time with us. But this stillness isn't frightening, not to her. She's not in pain. She's not afraid. She's in transition, somewhere between here and there. One foot in each world. Some say this is when the soul begins to lift, when memories pass through her mind like waves, when the presence of something greater wraps around her like a warm blanket. If you're with her in this moment, speak gently. Don't worry if she doesn't respond. Hearing is often the last sense to go. Tell her she is loved, that she is safe, that everything will be okay. And when the final breath comes, and it will, know this, she did not leave in fear. She left in peace. She left surrounded by love. She left in stillness, just as we all will one day.